so big.
And
Inseminating baiting our deets. That's what it sounds like.
Our
What?
deets, like details?
I don't know. I'm just interpreting it. Let me see if I can get the fucking lyrics pulled up. My money twerking, my money do dances. Yeah, shut up. I already heard you. I don't want to answer you, and everything you touch, you a cancer. Yeah, I'm on the side. We win. You got to win. I read that big body right out the lot of the jail. He came with a 10. I don't want to hear none of that shit you saying. You cap out your chin, chin, chin. I'm rocking the latest design of the finance the furthest like chinchilla skin. They're trying to copy the wave. I told them they can't even serve a wave on it. Instead of be copying my sound, they burst. They put it on me and honest. Why you been capping about your whole life? How would you rap about a whole life? How you stay rapping about the damn drugs, but you never tried them once your whole life? Like, that's, yeah. This song has got so many bangers. The kids is some motherfucking burgers. I'm calling them fried guys. Yeah, these kids fried in a grease ball. Yeah, he fried. Okay, this is the part. I just pulled up in that Bentley. That bitch got them frog eyes. They're trying to bite this swag, but they bitches biting our deeks. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. They're trying to bite their swags, but they bitches biting our deeks. It's just the weirdest. That's crazy. They bitches biting our deeks. It sounds like so many our deeks.
I mean, yeah, half the lines he says, it's just so slathered in slime that you can't even.
Slathered in slime. Truly.
You can't make heads or tails of it.
There's slime. There's a lot of slime on the lyrics.
By all means, no.
By all means, master.
Sire.
Oh, by all means, sire.
Your fresh mango, sire.
Thank you, thank you, castle boy.
Back to your dungeon.
Back to your dungeon, page. You filthy underling, normal folk, common core folk. Back to your quarters.
You exist only to bring me mangoes.
John, back to your quarters. Do not bother me. John, where is your father, the steward? Where is he? The steward, the bard of ancient times. Where is he?
The humble bard.
The humble bard of ancient times who has a black belt. Where is he? Where is he? But sorry, that diversion. Kind of forgot what I was saying. Oh, I don't know how more people aren't as into Yeet as they are Young Thug, Lil Baby, Gunna, all this shit. Like, he's been out for long enough. I don't know how he doesn't have. I mean, he does have a big fan base. It's just they skew very young. I feel like it's just very.
That's the thing is there's a stigma. I think that he's
sounds unapproachable. I think to some people.
That and the energy and the sort of goofiness of him like appeals to a very young audience, and a lot of kids I think like middle school and high school are very into him, and so I think people closer to our age are less likely to even give him a shot.
I always think about how Virgil Abloh was like, whatever the style or the trend or the vision of the future is going to be, it's going to have to involve some degree humor.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember when he said that, but for a person like Virgil Abloh to say that, someone who has pretty good insight to culture at large, I do feel like there is a silliness to Yeet, but it's just like
dark silliness.
It's a dark silliness. It's an authentic silliness. It's an exaggerated silliness. That's another contrast. But it's also not silly. It's also serious. And it's just another flavor added to the sort of dish to me because, you have flavors. Like you have sweet, sour, acidic, whatever the fuck. I guess sour and acidic's the same thing. But it's like, it's like, it's just another, it's got to adds more dimension to it. Because I don't know, I feel like I am able to, usually when it comes to stuff like rap or artists that are really a lot of just pop music in general nowadays, I feel like I can typically tell just by listening whether they are simply an instrument for other people where they're just kind of making money or whether they are injecting more individuality and authenticity and direct artistry into their shit. And also when it's a fusion of the two. I feel like I can a lot of the times pick up on this. Like, I think Doja Cat's a good example of someone who's a fusion of the two. I feel like she's very much herself, but I also feel like she's definitely trying to make money. Where I feel like I actually listen to what Yeat says in all of his songs. I hear the attitude. I feel like I understand to a degree. That's the exciting part about him, is that you can understand him. When he's so unapproachable to other people, you actually understand him because you listen to lyrics. If the lyrics and my interpretation of the lyrics are an authentic representation of him, then my guess is the way I characterize him as someone who really like has a fiercely independent mindset about what they do. They are not concerned with failing at all. They're not even nervous whatsoever. They're not only not concerned with failing, but they're really more concerned with how easy it is for them and how laughably difficult it is for everybody else. That's the vibe that comes across for me when I listen to what he's actually saying. The tone he's saying it, how he's saying it. It could all be an act. It could all be a front. And then on top of that, and it's mirrored by reality, which is his career just takes off like this. I get into him August of 2021. By the spring of last year, he had an album with Young Thug, Gunna, and Lil Uzi Vert on it.
Yeah.
That's like
meteoric.
8 months or something, or less, you know? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Less than 8 months, probably like 6 or 7. I mean, it's like Ice Spice level virality. Not that level. That's insane. Ice Spice literally was on stage with Taylor Swift 6 months after that Munch video came out.
Right. Yeah.
That's what's insane. But Yeat, yeah, you see that career take off. So the music mirrors it. So there's a reality to it. Like, that's why Travis Scott's music used to feel bigger than life, is because it's like his reality is like insane. He's like what everyone wants to be. Like Kanye West's protege and heir, but like with a cool, different style. And like all these different artists, but then also genuinely good songwriting, but also like a good focus on just turning up in general. It's just like his music's phenomenal. And it has that density because it's mirrored by real life. He really is a crazy big rock star. That's what adds to the, you know, him. And he's also like an asshole. He's a weird person. Like, it's like he's got mystique in his own way, right?
Travis, you're still talking about, or Yeat now?
Travis.
Yeah.
But Yeat, it's like, it's the same thing. You get that authenticity. You get a lot of music where it's like, especially on this new album, it's way more like this big trend where everything's trying to sound more like new metal emo, like kind of like Deftones vibes. Like on his newest album, Benny X, a lot of his songs are really like kind of somber and melancholic and introspective sounding. And Yeat's lyrics match that. And it's almost like you're seeing like this artist develop in hyperspeed. Like, it's like he just can't help but keep making shit and keep changing shit. And dude, the amount of leaks I've heard from him that are just insanely good. Dude, he's to me, he is by volume eclipsed Cardi in so many ways. Like,
oh yeah,
Cardi has this real big impact and is super important, and he's definitely influenced by that music. But also, like, you know, Rakim came after Run DMC, but Rakim is better than Run DMC. Like,
yeah.
Like, there's rappers that are better than the people that popularized the sound. You know what I mean? Like, there's rappers that are better than the Migos. You know, it's like there's...
Oh, yeah.
Lil Baby is a better rapper than the Migos, to me, personally.
Yeah. Fully agreed. No, I like more... Well, really, like, Culture, just bang her album front
Migos
to
has
back.
better songs.
Yeah, better songs, better hooks.
Yeah.
More distinct songs, one from the
They're an
next.
incredible band.
Yeah.
They're an incredible band. And watching what they did infect everything was an incredible thing to grow up watching. Or to become an adult watching. because we went to college when that happened. Hannah Montana happened the year we went to college. That's what's great. It's like we just keep getting lined up with these perfect cultural. I mean, it's like the Xbox, the entire life of the Xbox, 06 to 2013. I mean, literally the time we had middle school to high school. Just the perfect golden age run. It's like you can't really argue, and it's like I wouldn't want to be a boomer or a Gen Xer, and I wouldn't want to be a Gen Zer. It's like I'm perfect where I am. That's the one thing about when we were born. It's like, damn, we got that perfect run. But yeah, man, my whole point is that I'm just kind of like like I know people who love Young Thug that like can't get into Yeet, and it's just like
seems weird.
And it's like, to me, it's like Yeet is as good as like Chief Keef. Like Yeet is as good as like, dude, everything he puts out, people go fucking nuts for. People go nuts for every little drop.
What appeals to me about him is like, this is what I look for in every type of music that I listen to, and I'm not a big music head these days. So when I do listen to music, it has to be something that I'm not going to hear anywhere else, you know? Like, I will not mistake him for any other artist or any other artist for him. And it's the same for any metal bands or any other type of music I listen to. I'm like, okay, this is a completely unique... I mean, obviously his sound is like influenced by tons of stuff that came before it, but his voice is unmistakable. His beats are always great. And his flow, no one else does that. No one else matches that, to where he like inflects words differently than I ever could have thought possible.
So. I remember someone claiming he like stole his flow or his sound or his shtick from like another rapper, and I'm like, which one? Like literally, which flow, which
citation
vibe
needed?
Because we've clearly seen in a span of just a couple of years, this guy can make he has a million ideas. So anything he stole, take it back. He probably doesn't need it, you know?
Right.
It's like, citation needed.
I want to hear more, like especially on that last album that he put out, the song that's super different than all the other ones, where I forget what it's called though, where it's like...
the sort of like 4 on the Floor one, where it's like a dance song?
Yeah.
Getting ready.
Yeah. Forget what it's fucking called off the top of my head, but so good. I love that song.
Every night, every day.
Red bottoms up.
Red bottom.
Get laid. I don't fuck with nobody. I don't remember what he says, but
I think it's
song. No way.
I forget.
No way. It doesn't have like a unique name. It's like a just, you know.
I don't know. It's is it not Mean Fiend? No. Mean Fiend is great though. I take the work, it's not no be like jeans. Rave Party? No, Rave Party is my favorite song on that album. None Night Change.
None Night Change, yeah.
Yeah.
Afterlife is the album, yeah. None Night Change.
God, Afterlife is so good, dude.
And he's got Lifestyle coming out in 2023.
Huh?
You know anything about that?
Yeah, that was the one that came out in September of last year.
No, this is one in 2023. It's saying. So it hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, he's supposed to drop another album this year.
Of course. Lifestyle.
Oh, I was expected to release on September 8th. That's cool.
Ooh, that's like in a week or two. Love that.
Well, wait, when did he post this? Oh, these are just guest covers. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I also I've been liking these Tizo touchdown posts you've been putting on your story. For I guess he has a new album coming out. That's another example of like, okay, this sounds like something I haven't heard. Some like really offbeat, like creative new stuff, you know. That's why I'm not gravitating towards the Gunnas and the Lil Babies anymore. It's like they've hit like a sort of a
wall.
a wall. And have you heard all the stuff about rap artists like not being able to sell tickets to their shows, and so they're having to drop prices and all that stuff and cancel shows? Like Little Baby had to cancel like 30 shows or something.
Wow.
Yeah, because no
Wow.
one's go.
No.
It's like $300 to go, and they show up late, or they leave early, or they don't hardly do anything. They just let the backtrack play. Yeah.
I mean,
So-
this is I think this is just fatigue from people going to these shows for years and finally just being like, it's just not worth the price. We're so broke, it's not worth the price of like
right.
leaving the house for this,
Pay $100 more, and you can go to a festival for 3 days and see 100 artists.
Yeah, and you can see artists that size. I mean, like you
Mhm.
can see a Gunna I saw Young Thug at a festival. I saw Young Thug live one time. It was at FYF in 2016. It's where I saw, dude, it was the fucking sickest. I saw
Yeah.
Tame Impala, Kendrick Lamar,
Mm.
and LCD Sound System there
Jeez.
on a big stage.
What was this festival?
FYF?
I have not heard of that.
I think it's Fuck Your Friends or For Your Friends.
Or one of the two.
Or Fuck Yeah Fuck Yeah Fest, I think it might be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, Young Thug was great. It was people were turning up, and some people knew every lyric to every Young Thug song, which is like impressive.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was TM88 was behind him as his DJ and was dropping, it was just like there's backtrack, and then it was Young Thug and another hype man. So it was just like, but it was cool. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know, to lead, I saw Beyonce live, and it's like,
That's crazy.
that is a show where it is actually worth
Right.
several $100s to see.
And how much were your tickets for that?
$230.
That's not even bad.
No.
Oh my gosh, I thought it'd be way more.
And they
expensive.
weren't close, but
yeah.
the vantage point was incredible because
Seemed
the
like
show was incredible.
You were dead on, like sort of looking center.
We were
stage.
the top of the stadium, all the way to the back in the center. It was like perfectly in the center. So I was like watching the entire concept of the live show, all the lights going up and the beams and everything, all the lasers, it all hit perfect. You know,
that's
what I mean?
honestly just as cool, and you're not fucking.
It was like box seats,
Yeah, and you're not squished in with, I assume you weren't like packed.
It was actually standing room. There wasn't even seats, so it was like I was all the way up there, and I could just like be dancing and shit, and like Trish could take off her shoes, and
I would take that. Probably for several hundred less, I would do that over, probably like 800 for a floor ticket to that. Yeah, $1,000.
Although if you get them late enough, apparently they're not that insane. But I don't know. Yeah. So there's that. But what the fuck was I saying? Yeah, about live music. It's just like, yeah, I can understand that because it's just like, it's not, if you see a band, it's like that's been the old standby of just like, okay, you're paying to see people play instruments, whereas like if you're paying someone to rap some of their tracks, it better be really fucking good music that's really exciting. Or I get it because like I saw Yeet live and it's like he's that, but like his music's lit right now. Like his music's actually like people fuck with it. If the music's good, it doesn't matter. It's like Playboi Carti too. Lil Uzi shows I don't really ever. Sometimes I see them kind of turn up, but sometimes I'm like, this doesn't seem very
lively.
Yeah, but like Cardi shows and Yeet shows, it's like, dude, the fucking energy is crazy. I've seen Yeet live twice. The energy was just insane.
Does he have any sort of production to it? Like anything?
He's just
going
got a
on behind
background video wall. That's it, and some
okay.
smoke and lasers. That's about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like Lil Baby won't even have that apparently. Like no backdrop, no sort of light work or anything. It's just come out late, leave early, wrap half of it, low energy, just
Sounds exciting.
yeah. I know. Pay $300 for that for sure. How much were your Yeet tickets?
One of them was 70, I think,
Not bad.
and then the other one was free.
Wow. Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because you got. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember that.
Mhm.
Yeah. 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 No. The little baby tickets are hundreds of dollars apparently, and he's had to drop them to like 100 or cancel. So I mean, he's getting what he deserves. He's reaping what he sowed. What he sowed.
What he said. But yeah, Teaser's another one where it's like I really want him to win. You know.
Mm-hmm. What was that one song he put out a little while back that was really fire?
Where it's like, keep the meat off the streets.
Yeah,
keep
okay, that's the one. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite songs, man.
Classic song. At this point.
He also has this new song called "Rock Paper Strippers," and it's like I don't know, it goes fucking crazy. It sounds like a really old beat, but it's like so gas.
Yeah, no, he's doing he's not like just riding the wave. He's trying to make one, which is appealing.
It's very appealing. Tony, shut the fuck up real quick.
Okay, yeah,
Sorry.
that's my bad.
I forgot something.
Was that
Okay.
line? Oh well, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I forgot to introduce the podcast. Oh, fuck.
You always do this.
You always do this.
You always fucking do this, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is young Augie 20 right? 2020 Trace. Welcome to yet another episode of Woken Boke. Episode 188 to be exact. They wanted a louder boom. Like Mike Hawk, you know, one of our big fans, Mike Hawk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He mentioned wanting a louder boom, so I just wanted to oblige.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I'm sure that bothered somebody.
I couldn't even hear it. I thought you just went.
Oh, really?
Because it clipped, yeah. Fucking clip, mate.
Well, it's the highest hash mark on my my audition wave form right now, so it's loud. You'll get it loud. Sorry if that made anyone's ears bleed. I'm your host, one of them at least, one half right now, Connor Boyd. You may know me by my TikTok handle, Moschino Dorito. I am your host, one of your hosts of this, okay? And I'm joined by my best friend. I'm also fried. I don't know if I told you that. Well, you did. You deducted that.
You mentioned
that.
I'll just assume that, mate.
I'll just assume that about you, mate. Joined by my best friend from the great city of St. Louis, Missouri, Tony motherfucking Harem. With the fresh Silver Surfer shirt. You did.
As my uniform is t-shirts now, like when I go into the office, so I just gripped another 5 or 6 shirts. All of them fire.
Gas. Man, you're so happy at your job, huh?
Yeah, it's so tight.
Okay.
It's insane.
Are they hiring? We should talk offline.
Well, we'll talk.
Listen, every week we get together, usually with a third guy. His name's Max Sansa. He's on tour helping rock and roll happen for the next couple months. So he will not be joining us on the rest of the year's kind of episodes up until then. But every week we get together to catch up on the latest in shit like video games, current events, movies, music, manga, anime, and more, frankly. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. You can follow us on Spotify if you're not already doing so. You can also join our Discord, which is popping. Over 500 members. And I stream all the fucking time these days. I'm like a full-time streamer. So if you want to fucking tune into one of my streams, feel free. We also have a Twitter at wokenbokepod and Instagram at wokenbokepodcast. And you can reach out to our Gmail, wokenbokepodcast@gmail.com with your questions, comments, and suggestions, and we will read them on the show. And links to all these are listed in the description of said episode. right? So, anyways, we're out here. But back to what we were talking about. I do like enjoy listening to a good body of work which has individually very exciting moments and songs as well. Like I really liked Donda personally. I was underwhelmed by Astroworld at first because it felt just like a really commercial
Mm-hmm.
album to me. But then, I mean, even though Travis Scott is commercial, but something about it just didn't. It felt a little too saturated somehow. But
Mm-hmm.
I've grown to since really appreciate that album. Because I don't know. I crave this, and to your point, that you can't get that just anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so yeah, like honestly, the Beyonce Renaissance album is you should check it out because
Mm.
from just a music production quality standpoint, it's just incredible. So it's just and the types of music are a synthesis of so many things and so many concepts and vibes and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
it really just as music, as just an album, a record is just fantastic. Um and I just yeah, you can't find that anywhere. When I first got into Radiohead,
Mm-hmm.
by the end of that, it like made me bummed that there's only one Radiohead.
Right.
Like it makes you feel lost. And it's also Radiohead's lost a lot of its urgency and relevance. It's not I mean it's still relevant, but they're not like it's not like when In Rainbows came out or earlier. Like it's not like,
Mm-hmm.
oh shit, Radiohead is like the hit band right now. Like there's not it's not trendy right now.
No, but all rock is not trendy, right? Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
no, I
could see
agree.
Radiohead coming back because of this wave of sort of this emo, not emo, but like sort of melancholy, sort of. You know the whole meme, it's huge right now with that song by the band where like it's
Mm-hmm.
useless. That song's from 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's just like blowing up now. And then there's also the what is it called? The Pine Grove Shuffle,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
just all these sort of yeah, I mean I would say it's emo, maybe not emo music, but just like, yeah, just dour,
Emotional.
somber, yeah,
Dower.
rather dour, yeah. um it's a wave
Welcome to
right
the
now.
Dower Hour. Yeah,
So
no, I agree.
maybe Radiohead will find some more relevance, but
I
their
just
stuff is
don't it's like I think it could happen, but I also I don't know if rock will ever return to being as popular as hip hop and pop are right now. You know what I mean? Like
mhm.
rap and trap and everything. I don't know if we'll ever see rock get back to that level of big, broadly speaking. Again, I don't know. I can't see it happening yet because I feel like the music is still going further into the digital and the synthetic and the
Mhm.
chaotic and maximalist. I think that's where music is going. You know, like you see uh what is it? Nightcore or hyper pop, whatever the fuck that shit is. Like that's you know, everything moves towards the direction of punk at all
100
times.
gex.
Yeah. And everything gets faster, everything gets more inaccessible, less approachable. It gets closer to noise. I feel like just culturally, that's where things go. And so, you know, the rock music of right now is shit like, you know, Yeet and the Opium motherfuckers and yeah, hyperpop shit and
I mean
techno and all kinds of shit.
the concept of like a rock band is also a little bit antiquated because we're in like this age of self-made, like do it DIY, like um artists they don't want to have to split sort of creative control and profits with at least two other members, three, four,
That's probably
and
true.
having to the economics of like of bussing around or flying around an entire group of people, having to get everyone on the same page,
It's
etc.
real.
It just makes it harder. So it just makes sense that it's not as prevalent anymore.
And when you can do it all yourself too now.
Mm-hmm. All the instruments, yeah.
It makes
and then
sense.
you can perform it and just get a performing band,
Just get a performing band.
Easy enough.
To play all tunes.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree. I don't know if rock music will come back like it ever was, but
yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, that is not to say that there won't be financially very successful rock bands. Like, that'll always be the case.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's, Tame Impala and all kinds of motherfuckers right now that are still making, Mac DeMarco. The amount of shows Mac DeMarco has played, I'm like, how much money does that motherfucker have? Because I feel like he's very popular.
Album. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't listen to that, but yeah, I remember that coming out.
The other thing is, like, I you don't even realize it, but like, I think the example I heard was like Post Malone. Like, he has maybe 3 million followers or something like that, or probably more. Maybe it was like 10 million or something like that. But that's still just a tiny fraction of even just the U.S. So there's so many people in the world and in the country that, yeah, I don't know if we're ever going to get back to the point where it's like the entire world was into Metallica or whatever, or the Beatles, or that kind of thing. No artist will reach that relevance again. It's too
we don't know.
Big.
We just don't know. It'd be cool to see. To see, but I also just don't know. I mean, the music that Tizo Touchdown and Beyonce and Travis Scott make, in a way, is rock music. It's rock and roll music in its own way. And when they play it live, it is a rock concert. I mean, Beyonce's concert had an incredible guitarist, an incredible drummer, incredible bassist, incredible band, incredible dancers, singers. Les Twins were there, the fucking world famous twin dancers who just like do all this shit. They were there. They're like part of her tour. It's fucking crazy.
That's sick.
It's fucking crazy. She's also made more money than any tour she's ever done in her whole career already, with just 33 shows.
Damn.
So she's getting that bag. And I'm jealous.
I don't think she needs it even.
No, she's hurting, bro.
She's married to a billionaire, I believe.
I think they're both close to. Call me Billy. God, being that rich is actually insane.
I'm thinking of Dre. Dr. Dre.
No. Jay-Z is a billionaire.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. Kanye was a multi-billionaire too.
Mm-hmm.
Right before his whole
thing.
spiel. Have you? Okay, so there's crazy shit going on in the world right now. Have you seen this shit about Maui? It's Maui, right?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That shit's there's like almost 1,000 people dead from that shit. I'm pretty sure.
Well, there's over 100 people confirmed dead, and there's 1,000 missing still.
It says Maui confronts the challenge of finding more than 800 missing people after the deadly wildfires. I've also heard, and this is not confirmed, but multiple witness testimony on TikTok of people who were there, that there was police blockades preventing cars from getting away from the wildfires.
What?
That
makes no sense.
Wild. There's also this misinformation campaign of people trying to claim that this was done by a company. Like a company did this.
On purpose?
Yeah, like the government shot a laser from space and caused it.
Of course.
And it's just we're going through 2016 all over again, because this election is coming next year.
Dude, yeah, next year is going to be a shit show.
It's going to be an absolute shit show. And Elon Musk owns Twitter right now.
X.
He calls it that. Isn't that the name of your fucking kid, man? I'm not calling
this
website your child's nickname. You know what I
All
mean?
these fucking branding fuck ups with Max, HBO Max going to Max, and
Oh
then Twitter going to
my,
X. They're like, let's take all this name,
yeah.
the power and recognition that comes with this name, and just shove it.
You know how a brand is mostly based on just recognizing it when you hear it? Let's change that.
Yeah, unsuccessfully, because no one's gonna call it X. No one's. I mean, I do hear people saying Max now. So maybe it'll work, but I don't know.
This is a tweet that I read from at MSOLURIN, Miss Olurin, I believe. Miss Olurin. It can't get any clearer that his goal is to stop the spread of real information while using this app to spread misinformation. And right before the election, it's a quote tweet of a Pop Crave article with the headline that reads, X is planning to remove the headline from news articles shared to the platform, according to Fortune. Links will reportedly only display an article's lead image. So we're just going to be scrolling by, and if someone posts an article, it's just a fucking picture. You know what I mean?
Functional.
Yeah. So he's a disgusting fuck to me. I have him blocked. He's also trying to get rid of the block feature, which is idiotic, because how are you going to stop someone from harassing you without block? Doesn't make any sense. You really should not do that. I wonder if you can just deactivate a Twitter account. What?
Well, what's up with this with Threads? That was like massive. On one day, every single person posted to their story. They're like, "Got a Threads," and I haven't not heard a peep about it since. So I just don't know.
There's fucking nothing happening on it.
Yeah,
there's nothing happening on it.
It's just Twitter it's just the exact same functionality as Twitter, with nothing.
The thing is it's a fundamentally different website. And I kind of like that, but it's a fundamentally different website. Twitter is a website, and especially right now, where you can go on and just say whatever the fuck you want, and there's absolutely no real identity attached to it. There's no one that's going to basically censor what you say unless you get reported, like, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, right? Instagram, it's like all these people have to be your Instagram friends. And you can only log into Reels through an Instagram account.
So it's Threads?
I'm sorry, Threads.
Yeah, okay.
Through an Instagram account. So it's like you're way more exposed. I kind of like that because, hey, pussy, show your face if you're going to say that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my face on my profile in multiple ways. I have a picture, I have a video of myself smoking weed pinned to the top of it, which upset a lot of people. And then I have a profile picture of myself at 16. So you have me now and then.
What did people really get upset about you having a picture of you smoking weed? I don't.
A lot of people were like, "What a gay loser," you know.
Oh, okay, yeah, totally.
Because I was like, I was trying to look cool, and they were like, "This gay loser's trying to look cool," and then a bunch of other people were like, "This is cool though." I liked it. So
but it worked,
and they vastly outnumber the others.
Mm-hmm.
But no matter.
So Threads is just Twitter connected to your Instagram, but not much else in terms of like features. Like it's just a place on Instagram to post tweets, basically.
Basically, it's a Twitter platform on Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I go back and it's just kind of like a nice, chill Instagram vibe, which I do like.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't spend the time on it. I think people will eventually migrate over if Twitter just becomes a shithole.
Right. Yeah. There's the initial like everyone on one day.
Yeah, out of spite.
Every
it was
single
out of spite.
person got it. Yeah, it was the spike. It was like the Pokemon Go spike.
Well, no, I'm saying out of spite against Elon. I think some of it was that.
Oh, certainly. But yeah, and then now I think the hype has died down. But as you know, Elon does whatever he does to X, and it becomes people just get more and more tired of hearing about it. I could see, Threads kind of having a healthier sort of slow rise.
Yeah.
But
I enjoy the user interface. I like it. I don't mind it. I think it could use some updates, obviously, but it's there's it's chill in its own way. But yeah, it fell off pretty hard as of late. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy that like it's like clearly the Maui fires are like that's climate change, obviously. And the places that are going to be most affected by climate change are the ones that don't get help when climate change shit happens. And you're seeing Maui as an example of that. They clearly don't give a fuck about the people there. They're not sending help or aid.
Biden didn't say anything about it. He declined to comment.
I don't know if he'll win again, man. I really don't. I
Oh,
don't.
I mean, I don't think he'll be alive by then.
So,
Dude.
Well, let's say he is. I honestly think it's gonna be a really weird election. It's gonna be actually the most bizarre election of our lives, I think.
Oh yeah,
because Trump might just win again.
He's going to run. Yeah.
Dude, it's like it's so funny how like every like 6 to 12 months we get a headline like Trump officially under arrest.
Dude.
And it's like, yeah, but he's I just saw another clip of him recently where he's at a podium talking.
Right.
He's in so much legal trouble. And it's like, okay, but is he? Because he's here. He's fine. He's still hanging out,
I mean, have you heard anything about what's happening to Biden and Hunter Biden?
No, is there a case building against them?
Yeah, huge one. Basically,
with the whole shell company thing?
Yeah, I mean, they've gotten at least $17 million from foreign countries in exchange for, allegedly in exchange for changing policies in their favor. So literally the
Wait, are you telling me a fucking politician is taking bribes, Tony?
I'm telling you that as the vice president under Obama, he threw his son.
The Obama that was drone striking people?
The same one. Yeah, the very same. Yeah. But like
Biden?
I'm just saying it's funny because obviously I don't like either of them. I don't like Trump. I don't like Biden. I'd be happy to see both of them thrown away. But it's funny how both, because I'll listen to Fox and to CNN, those spheres. And both are talking about how the other one is getting arrested or under, but they're not saying anything about how their own guy is under fire.
Because it's just you understand, it's a perfect game. It's just a perfectly oiled, yes, half and half, bashed together, bam, boom, bip. It keeps the thing loosey-goosey. It keeps the machine moving. You know what I mean? Like, next it's going to be Republican. And then, like, oh, that'll give us, like, a different market. And we'll be able to do different shit. And our investments will reap that, blah, blah, blah. We'll make deals. It's good. The turnover's good. Just keep it turning and moving. It's just like, yeah, CNN's going to do that. And then Fox is going to do that. And it just keeps the brain focused on the back and forth. The false dichotomy, the fake battle. It's just like, honestly, this abortion shit has always just been another, like, pro-choice, pro-life, pro-choice, pro-life. It's just another fucking battle to focus on instead of being like, hey, what happens, right, if you can't pay rent? Police come to your fucking house and they take you out of it by gunpoint. So maybe let's focus on the slavery you're currently experiencing in literal terms, right? Let's focus on that because you know what? That's still going to exist even with policies that you think are nifty, dude. Even if Medicare for all, yay! It's like, bro, that's still a fucking a dude with a fucking an AR-15 in your face is the one giving you health. It's like, at the end of the day, That shit is power structured in a pyramid-like fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a little bitch under it. It's not of the people. It's not bottom up. It's the few controlling the many, man. Wake the fuck up, dude. My friend.
I was talking to my dad about it, and I think I got through to him a little bit in that, I was kind of giving him these sort of talking points that you and me talk about a lot, and a lot of the times it was, making the comparison to, well, I mean, look at Russia, do you want that? And I'm like, I think that you're caught in the mindset of, well, you don't want what they got, so I mean, this is clearly better, right? I'm like, yeah, but they're both bad.
Right.
What they have is bad, what we have is bad. I'm
Yeah.
saying something new, and I'm not saying I have the power to do it or even know what it should be. I'm just saying let's recognize that it's
let's
not
just
optimal.
not be dumb. Like yeah, we're so entitled. We actually do think that like monarchies are bad. You know what I mean? Or like imagine like, yes, mom, there doesn't need to be a king. Like, God, like, it's like, it's so archaic thinking. It's like, well, there has to be somebody to control us and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Or else it'll just be barbarism.
Right.
There's no way to prevent a neo-Viking age beyond banks and police controlling everything. That's the only way we can organize ourselves. It's like, dude, you know what the funniest thing, bro, is like, I'll go like the fucking trip I just had. I went to Jersey this weekend, friend's house. Thank you again, Nick, for having us. It was just beautiful. There was a pool there.
Yeah, I saw a little chair you were sitting in with a buddy.
Oh my God, it was like a cabana. It was gorgeous. I wasn't on my phone the whole weekend. Dude, so many of these little technological Wi-Fi, all these things that we think are so fucking critical. If you're actually living like a fulfilling life amongst people, you wouldn't give a shit about any of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would still be cool to have, a server and an archive so you can pull up media and you can network with people around the world. That would still be cool to have that machine. But this thing where we're all on our fucking phones in apartments siloed off from each other in urban situations, it's like, dude, I'm trying to live in the Shire with no phone. That's all I want. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's why I'm not on like social media that much. I'm not, I don't game as much anymore. I still do a little bit. I like being away from screens. I mean, I work for 8 hours looking at a screen every day. That's why I read comic books. That's why I build stuff.
Another element of like why I'm not on my phone is like the real life shit is actually so entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
So much more engaging and fulfilling and exciting, hanging out with people and doing fun stuff. Like, even just throwing, I have this little Nerf ball, I've told you about it. Even just it's not even a Nerf ball, it's like a tiny football.
Mm-hmm.
Even just throwing that around, incredibly fun. I could do it for hours. Yeah. I could do it all day for the rest of my life. I could just throw the football around.
Dude, me and 3 of my buddies on Saturday night, we wwent to this place in St. Charles called The Rec, and it basically has
I've heard that. It's a batting cage, right?
No, well, so it's got a bunch of sports stuff, sort of, but like, so there's oversized beer pong. They have probably like 10 of those. There's like trash cans and a volleyball, and you're just like 40 feet away.
Wow.
And then they got cornhole, like the sandbag toss.
Sure. So giant lawn games, basically.
Giant lawn, yeah. And they have bowling pins set up, but you have to throw a football at them.
That's fucking fun.
Yeah, dude. And they have a ton of ping pong tables. They have a giant battleship you can play. They got giant Connect 4 and Jenga and all that stuff. And they got an arcade area with air hockey and racing games. So I was just like, man, this is the kind of place I like to go. Yeah, and I wasn't on my phone the entire time.
Dude, it's more and more just in general, like now more than ever in my life. And the goal is to remain here. I have a girlfriend of almost. Are you good?
Yeah. Sorry, I just got a message.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Go,
I have a
go,
girlfriend of almost 6 years who lives here, so it you know, it kind of, that's an element that has to be considered. So it probably wouldn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to say, like, if I can help it, right? But I have to say now more than ever, the fact that you and Max, although Max does tour all the time, but the fact that you live in St. Louis and also Max lives in St. Louis, like the fact that you both do and that we could do Woke and Boke episodes in person in St. Louis, now more than ever makes me kind of in a maybe pipe dreamy green grass on the other side-ish way kind of want to live there because it's cheaper. I would have to get a car though, but also I'd have a car, which is very freeing.
Yeah,
which is very freeing. I would smoke gas in that car.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to the drivers on the road. I'd be smoking gas in that car. Let me tell you, if I'm paying for it, I'd be smoking gas in that car. I'd be smoking gas in that car.
Hotboxing it.
I'd be hotboxing that, right? And then we could just rip Woke and Boke up. Like, dude, there's really been like a part of me that is like, yo, what if I just like figured out a living situation that could like give me like some runway, and then I just like streamed and made Woke and Boke and edited highlights of both, and until I could afford a living, and just did that back in Missouri. But I don't know if that's the move right now. I'm trying to fucking act, so.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I just need to stay in New York. I don't know, bro. It's my life is in such flux right now. I have so many options. It's actually beautiful. It's amazing. I don't know where I'm going. You know what I mean? But it's God, I feel so fucking free. I'm not gonna lie. Recently, man, I've just felt very, very free and very happy this year.
We're both doing good then, because for me, moving back.
I mean,
here,
I don't have a job and I'm spending all my inheritance money away. So that's you know.
That's one thing.
Not good, but it's good.
Not bad. Dude, me coming back, like me being around my parents and all my friends that live here, I've associated that, like mentally, with being on vacation for the past 5 years. And so now I'm back, and so it just feels like I'm on vacation all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it just sounds nice, bro. Like, I don't get to see you unless I'm on vacation. If I could see you all the fuck. Bro, there's never been a. You know what here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing that I personally, because I love Tony, this is my problem with Tony and I's relationship, is that I've never really had a time where I could consistently see Tony. That's why this show is amazing. But, like, we've never had an era of our lives where we fucking. Like, it was, well, bleep that if you could, but it was that, and that was it. And it's for like
3 years. Yeah.
Like 3 years. And then it's like, you're in another school, I'm in another school. Then you go to college, I go to college. Then it's just like, it's like, we're 28, bro. And like, we literally have only had 3 years where we've been together in the same place. And it's crazy to think about that because we're fucking best friends. Like, it's crazy to think about that. That's why this show is like literally magic, because this transformed Tony and I's friendship into even more. I would argue.
Oh yeah,
like it's trippy to me.
We were best friends before, but now we're more like a team. You know, like a freaking the what is it, the fusion dance?
Yeah, exactly. Like that. Yeah, no, for real. So, and I say all that, not to say I'm going to do any of that, but it's just nice to know that that's there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's nice to know that that's there. And even if I didn't, stay with somebody, I feel like I could probably figure out financially how to afford like a basic ass apartment in St. Louis. I don't think it would be super expensive.
My friend,
also theoretically, you and I could, figure something out if it ever came to that. But like, I have a girlfriend that's like gonna be my wife, so it's like I gotta consider that. So it's like, it's kind of pipe dreamy. But
dude, my friend, he just got a new job, which is awesome, but he was making like 17 an hour and was able to afford an apartment in Tower Grove, so like right downtown pretty much, for like $650. So it's cheaper. Doit cheap.
Fuck, dude.
It's doit cheap.
Dude,
yeah, and I do really like the vibe around here. Like, it's very not like I like a more mellow, not sort of hustling, bustling vibe all the time. You know, it's everything's spaced out. I get to drive. Pretty much everything that all the type of stuff that I want is here. You know, there's and I know New York will have all that kind of stuff. Obviously, it's gonna have that and then some. But I feel like everything that I need here. I'm not feeling like shows come through here. Most tours do come through St. Louis. And it's not too far from Chicago if it's not. So, and there's a train right up there. Go to KC, go to Nashville.
Yeah, it's a fun spot. I mean, and the thing is like there is a lot about. I've lived in New York long enough now where I don't know kind of what not living here would be like long term.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I don't know. I really don't know. Like, it's really nice that basically anytime I get like a film kick, I can literally go to a theater and see like amazing films. And it's just all my friends are here too. So it's just it's yeah.
That is tight. I mean, you know exactly how I feel. Just like having all your friends right around you to just kick it on the weekend with. I haven't had that for 5 years.
Yeah. You need that. That. Yeah, I'm going to trivia tonight. I mean, like with we have a trivia group chat where we all go to trivia together. I mean, like literally.
Yeah, that's fire. I would do that.
Yeah, it's gas.
I gotta find
and like Trish and I go and we drink and we have wings and there's fucking baseball games on the TV and we're friends with the trivia guy. Like I follow him on. Shout out Dave. Yeah, I don't know. But hey, let's keep some of these top because I want to talk about these, but we should just record later.
Yeah, I'm down to record another time this week if you're down, because I would like to have it be like, instead of recording today and then dropping immediately tomorrow, it's more like record Tuesday, Thursday, and be able to drop it the following week. So I have the whole week to edit, and it's
totally down.
I can do more editing at that point too. So yeah.
And are you able to get all these up on the RSS feed? Like if I went on my phone, these are all up?
What do you mean?
All these episodes, like the podcast, I'm saying.
What do you mean by the phone feed? I mean, all the last episodes up on Spreaker and YouTube.
We can go. It's true. Shortington Episodemus. It's up there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good potty. Wow, we have a 4.9 star rating out of 63. That's pretty freaking good, dude.
That's good.
That's quality.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fire. But yeah, man. It's like a nice little transitional period I feel like we're in,
Mm-hmm.
But Woke Boke lasts through it all. The ups, the downs. Woke Boke's been through some shit, man. Like in my life, like it's been here through a lot. Like,
right, yeah.
It's been here. Think about that. October of 2019 to now, how much shit has probably happened to each of us.
A lot.
And we've done this reliably every week. I mean, it's fucking crazy. We love you guys. Send us an email, wokenbokepodcast@gmail.com, and we'll read it. Thank you so much for listening. Woken Boke forever, motherfuckers. Peace the fuck out.